Get right into this. Good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you are. This is the Breakdown, episode 501, sponsored by Gemini, powered by G Media. Let's go. Nightmares call, you can't deny. Better find a place to hide. Tell you what I know. No one wants to be alone. Like a virus in your soul. Don't give up and take time to take a chance to fly. Feeling like I'm 10 feet high. Nightmares call, you can't deny. Better find a place to hide. Apparently we are garbage. That is right. Apparently we are garbage. That's right. According to Joe Biden, Trump supporters are garbage. That's right. So all we have to do is look back at MSG, the rally,
Trump holds a rally at MSG. Liberal media goes crazy because they're like, oh my God, he's holding a rally at MSG. The Nazis, the pro-Nazis held a rally at MSG 85 years ago. 85 years ago, they've held a rally at MSG, and that's what Trump is doing. It's exactly the same thing. This is liberal media for you. This is what they're reporting on. Okay? It's crazy. You have actual networks that are reporting on this crap. Comparing Trump to Hitler, comparing his administration or his future administration to a Nazi regime. Can you imagine what is being said, right? If you're not a thinker, okay, if you didn't graduate from 3rd grade, can you imagine that event, Madison Square Garden, filled to the capacity? Filled to capacity. There were Muslims there. There were Jews there. There are Christians there. Catholics. We could go on and on and on. We had white people, black people, brown people, yellow people, white people. I don't know, like every sort of goddamn person was at that event. I don't know. If they make out Trump to be Hitler, right? If they are putting this out there that he is Hitler, wouldn't you think he would never let some of the people that came on stage speak? That he wouldn't allow, for instance, Jewish people to attend? Now, I already talked about this on Monday when Hotep Jesus was on. Shout out to Hotep Jesus. Tune into his show, The Griff Report. It's on kick.com. Shout out to, let me give him another one. Shout out to Hotep Jesus. But let me move this. I got this over here bothering me. But you have an event. You bring all types of people together. He's closing out his stuff at MSG. Even though he still has plenty, a few rallies to go to, that was the closeout. MSNBC, the network full of shit. They were airing Nazi footage, pro-Nazi, like, God damn it, you're offending Jewish people when you do this. And Jewish people that are all like, yay, that's right. I can't even take you seriously. For you to go ahead and tune into MSNBC, a crock of a network that is out there comparing Nazi Germany and Adolf Hitler to Donald Trump, you should be ashamed of yourselves. Anybody that supports MSNBC should be ashamed of yourselves. Completely ashamed. Let me show you. Way before this comedian came through, and I've already stated, hey, you know what? He's a comedian. I think he's funny, but that was the wrong venue. Stated it multiple times. I think it was just the wrong venue because Trump was just, Kamala Harris has nothing to stand on. The only thing she's talking about is Trump, Hitler, supporters, Nazis. Like, that's all she's saying. She's saying nothing else. Okay, so you didn't need to give her any ammunition because she's done. She's done. I still believe Trump, landslide victory. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm calling it right now. It's going to be a landslide victory. And I'm going to tell you why. It comes all this ends with Biden right now. But let me just show you the disgusting shit that was put on. So let's start with this. Let's start with this. Hold on.
Garden for a so-called pro-America rally. A rally where speakers voiced anti-Semitic rhetoric from a stage draped with Nazi.
Bring it right
But
back.
that jamboree happening right now, you see it there on your screen.
This is
in
way
that
before the
place
comic came on.
Is particularly chilling.
Look what
because in 1939, more than 20,000 supporters of a different fascist leader, Adolf Hitler, packed the garden for a so-called pro-America rally. A rally where speakers voiced.
Okay. Look at the screen right now. Trump's MSG rally comes 85 years after pro-Nazi rally at famed arena. First of all, this is a spit in the face to all the Jewish people across the world. This is a spit in the face. And you guys should be very angry. Absolutely angry. That they can just go out there and like push this agenda. Whether you vote for Trump or not, just pushing this kind of shit. Like it's okay. Like people, there are plenty of survivors out here that are watching this and they're going, what the fuck is this? They didn't compare Bill Clinton's rally at Madison Square Garden to the pro-Nazi rally. You didn't hear that. But Trump's rally gets compared to that. Let's play that. Let's hear what they have to say here. MSNBC. Mainstream media at its finest.
It's anti-Semitic rhetoric from a stage draped with Nazi banners. When a Jewish protester rushed the stage, the Associated Press reported, quote, instantly, a dozen or more stormtroopers set upon him, knocking him down and beating him as he held his head in his arms. Most of his clothing was torn from his body. Later, he was booked for disorderly conduct. Now, against that backdrop of history, Donald Trump, the man who has threatened to use the military against opponents he calls enemies from within, who has threatened to use the troops to quell what he says are lawless cities, and to use those troops to carry out mass deportations of immigrants, is once again turning Madison Square Garden into a staging ground for extremism.
So basically, and here, this is where I'm going with this. So basically, you heard the end where MSNBC just said, a staging ground. A staging ground. Comparing the goddamn MSG event to a pro-Nazi fucking event. It is really despicable. Like, really is despicable. I get it. Like, you can like your candidate. You can like Harris. You can like Trump. You can like whoever's running for the independents. I get all that shit. Green Party. Like, that is a crock of shit. That is playing on the heartstrings of Jewish Americans, by the way. That is playing. That's playing on the heartstrings right there. Anyway, I just would like to say the Republican Party is the party of humor. And also we can kind of like take a joke. We understand humor. We like comedy. Just want to put that in there before I continue. Now, I played that for you. Obviously, I played the joke. Again, it was funny, but it's not funny in the environment that it's in. That's it. I've said this multiple times. It's not the venue, not the venue that it should have been done in. Just because we live in a very soft ass society, people don't understand jokes. They take it seriously. But again, that event, that entire that weekend, Trump was just killing it. Like, he was everywhere. You can see it. Like, the amount of support was insane. Kamala was in, like, she was done. Done. And what happened? All the networks ran with this. Every single network ran with this. Kamala Harris came out with a goddamn message to the Puerto Ricans. You had Bad Bunny, Ricky Martin. We support Kamala. And they took Donald Trump's message. They took Donald Trump. They took clips and they clipped it up to where you would think that Donald Trump hates, despises. That he despises. What the fuck did I just see just now? Hold on. Oh my God, there's a lot of Jesus Christ. All right. Let me play something real quick. All right. They say that Donald Trump hates Puerto Ricans, right? That was the message that was put out there, that he hates Puerto Ricans.
For the people of Puerto Rico. We love Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. And we also love Puerto Rico. And we're marshaling every federal resource at our disposal. Earlier this week, I traveled to Puerto Rico to oversee federal response to the two devastating hurricanes. Remember, it was two. It was one, and then it was another, and that second one was brutal. And they struck that great and beautiful island. And we now have more than 15,000 federal personnel on the island. 15,000. We will not rest until that job is done. Puerto Rico has a long road of recovery ahead, very long road. But we know that its people are proud and they are resilient and they will come back strong. It's a very special place. But this is a celebration of Hispanic Heritage Month, right? That's a big deal. That's a great thing. From our earliest days, Hispanic Americans have enriched our country and helped shape our history. Their contributions through the generations to art and music and literature, to science, scholarship, and exploration are extraordinary.
You would think, see, here's my thing. If you watch MSNBC, okay, if you're a dude and you have a vagina, you're obviously watching MSNBC, and you're wearing those lesbian glasses that what's his name is wearing. Mark Cuban now. He's wearing those glasses. I mean, I don't know what's happening with Mark Cuban. I mean, like, dye all your hair, bro. Like, I don't know what you're doing here. You're leaving black on the top, gray in the, like, dude. I don't know who the fuck the stylist is. Holla at me. My DMs are open. You would think when you tune into MSNBC or you look at any of these videos being put out the day after the event, you would think like Trump just hates. Trump hates, right? Puerto Rico, Latino people. You would think that. Even though you had Latin Americans endorse Donald Trump a few days prior. That they are giving him they are giving him their full endorsement for him to be the next president-elect. And he didn't even say the joke. Here's the thing. He didn't even say it. I'm pretty sure he's not the one that approved it, but they ran with it. He approved it. He did everything. Should he know better? He's the top dog. Yeah, he should have known. But again, I'm going through a timeline here because we should base everything on facts, okay? We should not base everything on MSNBC and CNN. They were outraged. Let me show you these clips that they were playing, okay? Not one of them came out and said, you know what, hold up. Donald Trump has done a lot for Puerto Rico. Donald Trump has done a lot for the Latin American community. Let's go ahead and bury him. That's what they did. So let me show you something. Let me show you what they came out with. This is probably the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. Hold on, where the fuck is it? There's so many clips, it's just hard to fucking find. Where the fuck is it? Oh, this is so annoying. I hate when this happens. Okay, hold on. Let's see if I can find this. This is so annoying that I can't find the goddamn video. This is annoying. Oh my god. Where is this shit? Where is this thing? I had it ready. my God. I hate this fact that I cannot find what I'm looking for. This is horrific. That's horrific. I'm stubborn. I'm gonna find this shit. All right, I can't find it. I can't fucking find this. Anyway, 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 they went ahead. Fucking, I can't believe this shit is not coming up on my goddamn screen. But you had a video clip of mainstream media going crazy. They're like, CNN was like, we can't play this. I can't play it for you. It is too disturbing. They're shaking, right? That's CNN. MSNBC, they fainted, so they didn't really say anything. They were on the floor. They were having a seizure. Okay, all these liberal mainstream media news channels were just like, "Oh my God, we can't talk about this. I can't believe that it was even said. It was even said." Okay, cool. Every single one of them ran with it. Kamala Harris came out with an ad. She's like, "Oh, I'm pro." I'm pro Puerto Rico. We're going to take care of Puerto Rico. Not once have I even heard Puerto Rico come out of, Kamala Harris's mouth. She's pro. She's putting on an accent like she's Puerto Rican. She's about to tell you that her grandparents are from Puerto Rico. Shit is crazy. Yesterday, Harris gives a speech outside of the White House. And I fully believe in what I'm going to say today. I believe what I'm going to say right now. I believe all the shit that I say, by the way. She's giving her entire speech outside. And they left Biden alone. They left Biden alone in the goddamn White House. Who does that? Who does that? They left him alone. With a computer and an internet connection. With a computer and an internet connection. Okay. Biden goes on.
He only cares about the billionaire friends he has and accumulating wealth for those at the top. He says immigrants are poisoning the blood of our country. Give me a break. He wants to do away with the birthright citizenship. Who the hell has said that? Donald Trump has no character. He doesn't give a damn about the Latino community. He's failed businessman. He only cares about the billionaire friends he has and accumulating wealth for those at the top. He says immigrants are poisoning the blood of our country. Give me a break. He wants to do away with the birthright citizenship. Who the hell has said that in the last 100 years? And just the other day, a speaker at his rally called Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage. Well, let me tell you something. I don't know the Puerto Rican that I know, or Puerto Rico where I'm in my home state of Delaware. They're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His demonization of Latinos is unconscionable, and it's un-American. It's totally contrary to everything we've done. Donald Trump has no character. He doesn't give a damn about the Latino.
As Harris finally gets people to come to her event, and most of those people were politicians. And if anybody's ever been to DC, it is boring as fuck. So I guess people wanted to go outside and just hang out. As she's given this speech, in the middle of this speech, Biden's video pops up, and this dude says any supporter of Trump is trash, garbage. Oh my God. This man does not like her. I'm going to tell you right now, this is the third incident, okay? This is the third time he's thrown a stick as she was rollerblading in the street. He went, this dude got on, they hid, I'm telling you, they had to hide the computer away from him. I'm sure they disconnected the fucking internet connection in the White House. Somehow, he still managed to find a laptop. Could have been Hunter's. He found a laptop. He went on, and he did that. There ain't no way. There is absolutely no way this is accidental. Number one, this is how the Democratic Party really feels about us. They think that anybody who supports Trump is pro-Nazi, okay? That's straight up true. Pro-Nazis. We're for white supremacy. And that we are trash. He told everybody exactly what they think about us. He said it. Where's the outrage? They try. Yo, I was watching CNN. You know why I put on CNN? Because Fox News, obviously you go put on Fox News and Newsmax. They're going to tell you, they're going to keep it 100. Yo, this man just called 80 million plus people garbage. No problem. I already know that. I went onto CNN and MSNBC because I needed to hear the reactions to this shit, right? CNN, they went and said, CNN goes, well, he has a stuttering problem. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? They blamed him saying that we are garbage. People who support Trump and that are voting for Trump, they blamed it on his stuttering problem. Yo, I'm leaving. Yo, you can have this show. I'm out. I can't. Get the fuck out. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? The audacity. They really had the audacity to tell the entire nation, well, the people at least who watched that fucking network, they had the audacity to say, well, he has a stuttering problem. What? Hold on. Then the comedian also has a stuttering problem. Listen to me real quick. This is funny, right? A comedian, right? A comedian's job is to tell jokes. Again, on Monday, me and Hotep, we discussed this, okay? Was it the right venue? No. But it's a comedian, okay? You expect the comedian to go ahead and say wild shit. Dave Chappelle says wild shit. A lot of comedians really say wild shit, and it's funny. Again, the place of the venue, different. This is the sitting president, and he is calling half of America garbage. He is literally telling half of America, because we are so divided that there's no in between. You either voted for Trump or you're voting for the other side because you don't like Trump. So here you go. 80 to 90 million people have been told by the president of the United States of America that we are trash. Okay? We are garbage. The rhetoric from Tim Walz saying that we're basically Nazis. I can't even understand how a Jewish person can be a Nazi. All this shit is really, I'm trying to understand it. I'm trying to understand this. Listen, I got to tell you people right now, after the election is done and Trump wins, I'm back to crypto. I promise I will talk about crypto all day long. Until you're blue in the face, I'll talk about Bitcoin and how Bitcoin has gone parabolic. Well, I'll talk about all of it. This is the most important election of our lifetime. I have to cover this. I ran for office. I have to cover this. This is very important. If you live in the United States of America, you need to take this seriously. When Biden went ahead and said what he said here, there is no way that Kamala Harris wins. Because now, the next day, on the next day, they are backpedaling. There's no apologies. The White House tried to cover this up, and so did Politico. Politico tried to go ahead and cover this up. They made it seem like he never said this until the video came out. And if it wasn't for the video, well, none of us would have ever known. This is how they feel about us. This is not the Democratic Party that your parents stood by, that your grandparents stood by. This is not the Democratic Party that you once knew. This is not it. This ain't it. This isn't it. They've gone off the deep end. Even Jon Stewart, who is not a fan of Trump, said that on The Daily Show. Just go ahead and look it up. He said it. It's crazy. There's election interference happening in PA right now. There's election interference happening in PA. They are not letting people, you're allotted like until 4:30 to be on the line for early voting. They closed it down at 1:30. And these are facts. I'm not just running things up here. None of that. Check the tapes. People are recording this stuff now. People are recording it. Just now, Virginia, about 2 hours ago, Virginia had the courts overturn the DOJ and the Biden and Harris administration to get the 6,000 voters, non-citizen voters, off the voter roll. We've been talking about this for weeks. They learned their lessons from 2020. They are prepared now. And the people are prepared now. This election will be won fair and square. Also, Michigan comes out today and says the machines might not work. That there is a bug in the machine. You gotta be kidding me. You had all this time to make sure that everything's prepared, and now there might be a bug in the machine. There is no way. I understand if Hillary Clinton was running, if Bill Clinton was running, Obama is running. I can understand it being a tight race. Nobody knows who Kamala is. Nobody knows what she's running on. I report on this. I don't know what the fuck she's running on. I have no idea. I have no idea if she supports Joe Biden or not. I have absolutely no clue what she's trying to do. Every single time she is asked a question, if she can't answer it, she says that she's grown up in a middle-class family and she wants to unburden shit. Answer the fucking question, please. Please. So when I come on to this show, people don't think that I just have this agenda of just talking about Trump. Answer the goddamn question. I've never seen Democrats, the old Democrats, ever put down their own people from their own party. Obama put down black males, telling them, how dare you basically not vote for Kamala Harris? How dare you not voting for Kamala Harris? How dare are you voting for Trump or not even voting? How dare you? This is not the party. That's why it's very important. That's why it's very important that y'all go out and vote. It's very important. And I said this on Monday. We got to vote for Trump. And that's why I am going to vote for Trump. And I've lost a lot of things because I've been outspoken. And that's fine. If you don't respect my stance on something, I don't even want to fuck with you. I don't care. We weren't friends to begin with. Unfollow doesn't matter to me. But if you vote in Kamala, in my opinion, if you vote in Kamala, then you are saying it is okay to have somebody who was not selected to be pushed out there to the American public and to be allowed to be voted in to the highest office in the land. That is not right. You know, she talks about the Constitution a lot, yet the Democrats have done things that to me appeared to not to be constitutional at all. They did this with Hillary when Bernie Sanders was supposed to be the pick for the Democrats in 2016. They pushed him out and put Hillary Clinton in place. And that is a well-known fact. They pushed him to the side. This man was winning. He was winning against Hillary. They pushed him to the side. They put in Hillary Clinton. Same thing with Joe Biden. They pushed Joe Biden to the side. And look, let's call for what it is. Democrat, Republican, Joe Biden is not healthy. Okay? You see the decline in the individual. Man, have a heart. I hope he has a lot more years left in him so he can spend time with his family, even though he called us garbage. Even though he called us garbage, call the people that support Trump garbage. I'll let it slide. I hope he lives a wonderful life. By the way, welcome to the breakdown. Episode 501, sponsored by Gemini, powered by G Media. My name is David Gokhshtein, founder and CEO of Gokhshtein Media. By the way, my thoughts are my thoughts only. They're not the thoughts of the people that work for G Media or that run G Media. These are I am endorsing President Trump. I am endorsing President Trump. What G Media decides to do, that's on them. But I am endorsing President Trump. And I believe in my heart that he will be the next president of the United States of America. That I believe. I believe that. I also believe this was Biden's intention the entire time. Or can we think about that a bit? Do you think Biden is so pissed off that he was taken out of the race that he is purposely getting back? That he's purposely getting back at his own party. I mean, he put on the Trump hat. Dark Biden. No. I seen comments coming in. Hold on, and I'll address them. Biden hates Kamala Harris. I stand on that. Biden hates Kamala Harris. Biden hates the whole Democratic Party. He hates Nancy Pelosi. He hates Chuck Schumer. He hates all of them. They took him out. Even right now, he feels he is the right person for the job, even though he isn't. We've obviously seen his decline. By the way, Harris has been running the United States for 3 years at least. For at least 3 years. Biden has confirmed that Harris has been involved in all of his decisions. Here we are. Here's America 4 years later under the Biden-Harris administration. And what do we have? Open borders, which they all admit to. Open borders. Open borders. We have open borders. And I think the plan all along was let's bring in as many people as possible and make sure that we win. They are now in California. It is illegal to ask for an ID. Same thing in New York. So you're not allowed to ask people for IDs who are coming to vote for the president of the United States of America. Can you believe what's happening in our country where you are not allowed to ask for somebody's ID? So basically anybody can walk in and vote. So if you let in 20 million illegal immigrants and then you disperse them into states, into swing states, what do you think happens? You don't have to have a college degree to understand what's happening. So that's why it is important for every single person to go out there and vote. Get your family members, get out there, take 10 people, 20 people with you. Tell them why it's important to vote for Trump and vote, vote, vote. Be out there, vote. Your vote counts. The comment that Biden made about people being garbage that root or support Trump should inspire you to go out there and get off your ass and go vote. Vote. It takes 2 minutes. Go to the ballot boxes and let your voice be heard. We prospered under Donald Trump. 4 years under Trump, we did hella good. 4 years under Trump, fantastic. Obviously, the pandemic hit. No matter who was in the seat, it wouldn't have been a good outcome. But I believe Trump is surrounded by better people now, not people that are looking to grip from him. Better people. He has a better understanding. I really do believe 4 years under Trump will repair this nation. And then in 2028, make your decision. If you think Trump has done a good job, if you think Vance has done a good job, then vote for Vance and whoever he picks as a running mate. But this is an important time. This is super important. I think we've now seen Kamala doesn't have a plan. Kamala does not have a plan. If she had a plan, she'd be able to explain it. She can't explain it. She goes into word salad. It's confusing. It really is. Look, y'all can fight me all you want. Democrats can go ahead and fight me all you want. This is not about party affiliation. This is about looking at two candidates. And you might say, sitting back, hey, these are not two candidates that I want to vote for. But it's time to look at policies. Forget about the person. Let's look at the policies that they have introduced. You have one person who's proven and has introduced policies that can make our lives better. You have another person that has been putting in these policies that if she wanted to fix something, she could do it right now, okay? She could do it right now, but she hasn't. She's waiting to become president-elect or president to do this. That's complete horseshit. If she wanted to do something, she would do it. No, Chase, I'm not the one who's going to need a wellness check. See, you're all about your party affiliation. I'm not. You're about, I don't know, like I don't even know. You couldn't explain to me what she's running on because you have no idea yourself. You're only voting for Kamala Harris because you're a Democrat. You bleed blue, so you have to. You don't think for yourself. You don't want a better life and you don't want better opportunities. So in some sense, I was actually talking to somebody and I was like, yo, if by the grace of God, Kamala does win, I can't wait to see you guys. I can't wait to see you guys. The ones that are, Kamala, I love you, Kamala. I can't wait to see you guys after 4 years. Suffering in inflation, not being able to buy anything. Then and only then you will learn your lesson about, holy shit, that guy David, he was talking about this. He was talking about communism and socialism. He was talking about how his parents are from Eastern Europe and they lived that life and it's not a very good life. I remember he was talking about that. When you're living under a bridge, then it'll become important for you. Then it'll become very important for you. Welcome to the Breakdown, episode 501, sponsored by Gemini, powered by G Media. My name is David Gokhshtein, founder and CEO of G Media. I'm not going to even respond to you, Chase. Honestly, it seems like you've never watched my show before. So I would tell you to rewind the tapes because I'm not going to entertain you and just go back and forth with your question. I answered one of your questions and I was very detailed about it. Now, I want to hear mainstream media. I want to hear liberal media today be very vocal the same way you were vocal when the goddamn comedian cracked the joke. I want you guys to be as vocal as you were about Biden saying that 80 million to 90 million people that support Trump are complete trash. I want you to be very, very vocal. Very vocal. Because I am hurt. I am so hurt by this. And I want to see the media address this. I want to see the media address this shit. Liberal media, not Fox, not Newsmax, not, OAM or OAN, some shit, whatever. I don't want the right-wing channels to address this. I want liberal media to address Biden and Biden disrespecting every single Republican, every single person who is rooting or supporting Trump to become the next president of the United States of America. I want to see the same energy. I want to see the same energy put out there. No less than the energy you put out. Oh my God, I can't show you this video. I want to see that type of energy. Not, the wording they're using is, it appears like. What the fuck are you talking about? It appears like. The video is there. What is it? Appears like. If this was Trump, if Trump said this, there would be no appearing or appears or any words that would be used to justify him saying anything. No. They would say, he is Hitler's son. We know it. Like, that's Hitler. That's Hitler Jr. That's what they would be screaming. I want to see this. My ass wants to see liberal media, CNN, Jake Tapper, Anderson Cooper. I want all you motherfuckers to get on. And I want you to say how horrible it was for the president to alienate half the country. Yes, it's better get on there. By the way, I took a picture. I took a picture outside. Took a picture outside as we were standing to vote. Me and my friends took a picture of us standing. We were waiting to vote for Trump. We're outside. We were standing outside, waiting in line patiently. Early voting. You know how it goes down. Wanted to cast out ballots for Trump. We were waiting outside. And speaking of crypto, right? Speaking of crypto, you know, we talk about crypto, and I've had conversations on Spaces, on X Spaces, right? Twitter Spaces, X Spaces. I've had the conversation to try to convince people to look at it from a different perspective, because I know people don't understand anything that Kamala Harris is saying. And this is not about gender either. Like, if there was a woman that was able and capable of running this country, no problem. This is not her. Kamala is not that person. All I said was, look at our lives under Trump when he was president. The country prospered. And then I said this. If you guys are all in crypto, if you guys love crypto, if you guys love NFTs, if you love this industry, and you're a one-issue voter because you don't vote, you've never voted, you don't really give a fuck about who runs this country, you don't care about politics, okay? Let's throw that to the side. That's probably like, if you take 100%, that's like 20, that's like almost 80% or 90% of the ecosystem in crypto. 10% actually do give a fuck, 90% don't. If you do give a shit about this industry, why in the fuck would you ever vote for Kamala Harris, who does not like this industry at all? Trump has people, like, if you don't like Trump, then RFK Jr., Vivek, JD Vance, Tesla. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Tussie. You got her. You got all these people that are pro-crypto. You have people that are on his team that are not about more regulation. They're about deregulation. Like, it's very simple. They want a free market. With a free market, we all benefit. We all benefit. If you're in crypto and you're voting for Kamala, you make no sense. I will never follow anything you have to say. If you make a call on a meme token, I am not going in. You are probably a round tripper. I cannot take anybody seriously who is in this industry that votes for Kamala Harris. Like, I can't take you seriously. If you're out there, because I see a lot of, oh, Kamala. First of all, I can't even take Ripple seriously anymore. I cannot take Ripple. Chris Larson, what is going on? Unreal. If you are voting for Kamala Harris and you're in crypto, you have brain damage. And you can clip this up and you can send it around. I don't give a fuck. If you vote, if that's who you're voting for, you have brain damage. Welcome to the breakdown. Sponsored by Gemini. Sign up to Gemini. The link is in the, well, I have the links up on social media. Whatever channel you tune it in from, go sign up to Gemini. Immediately. Get $100 in Bitcoin after trading $1,000 in crypto. It's very simple. People are DMing me like, yo, Dave, when you going to get back to crypto? Guys, man, listen to me. Listen, I've always been about politics. I love politics. I love talking about politics. This election is way too big for me to talk about crypto for the next, for me not to talk for this, like 6 days left. 6 days left. This is a very crucial time. We need to be talking about these issues. We need to get our friends and family out there to vote. If you live in a blue state, vote. You gotta vote. Don't make excuses. That's the reason why we're unable to flip shit. I'm getting like, David, talk crypto. Fuck crypto. It all aligns together. Don't you get it? This is a political issue. It's all politics. You know, I want to get back. I want to get back to a time where we have a president that says, you know what? Men can't play in women's leagues. Like, I want to get back to that. Because that's normal. That's normal shit. We have been living in the past like 16 years. We besides Trump's years in office, we've been living. I'm seeing these messages. Kamala's on TV talking about she wants to use taxpayers' money to provide surgeries for transgender surgeries, sex changes for prisoners. Where do we live? Why is my money going to this shit? And there's nothing wrong with saying this. Our money, our tax money going to fucking having people having sex changes in prison. And that's real. I guess Chase here from the X side, from the X chat, Chase is in favor of using his tax dollars for sex changes for prisoners. Like, what about our border? Can somebody lock up our goddamn border? Can somebody do something about the border? We got a wide open border, and they continue to talk about letting people in and giving them a place to live. What the fuck? When has America come first? Holy shit. This shit is aggravating. And then, guys, they talk about freedom of speech. The First Amendment. What is the definition of hate speech? Like, holy fuck. This is like, they want to turn us into like mini China, mini Russia right now. That's the Democrats' game plan. How do we turn America into a place where if it doesn't fit our narrative, we're gonna shut you the fuck up? Y'all won't understand this unless you have parents that come from places where communism existed, where socialist ideas exist. You will never, never, never understand this. Never. Absolutely never. A lot of people are scared to speak their mind. I understand that. 20 years ago, nobody was scared to go ahead and say anything that they felt. Nobody was scared. Now, people are scared to say anything because it could cost them their jobs and cost them their brand deals and cost them a lot of shit. Right? This is why I believe that Trump's going to win, because there are a lot of Trump supporters that are scared to go ahead and speak because they know the repercussions of saying that you are voting for Trump. So they're silent, and they're silently going to the ballot boxes and they are voting for Trump. Do not get that twisted. These polls, throw them out. And by the way, the polls, ladies and gentlemen, if you are looking to vote. Do not get complacent and look at these votes that mainstream media puts out. I don't believe them. They'll tell you that Trump is winning by a 9-point margin, but he might be winning by a 1-point margin. You need to go out there and vote. Do not get comfortable. Go out there and make sure that your vote counts. Hey, you want to go ahead and vote for Kamala Henderson? I said Henderson. You want to go ahead and vote for Kamala Harris? Go for it. But make your votes count. At this point, just make your points count. Noah just said this, and I caught this in the chat. They are arresting people for talking in the UK. They are literally arresting people for talking in the UK. If you want an example of what is to come for this country if Kamala Harris gets voted in, that's what you're going to get. I think Chase, did you miss the current voting? Did you miss the current polls from Polymarket? Trump is leading by like almost 70%. He's blowing her out the box, but at the end of the day, don't look at those things. If you are voting for Trump, go out and vote for Trump. That's it. These next 6 days are very important. Reach out to your grandparents. If you are a Trump supporter, forget about even a Trump supporter. If you are a person that believes in America and America's values and what we were as a country, and you want to see if you want to see the economy, get fixed. If you're tired of living a life where you are being choked out, if you're working 3 jobs, if you can hardly afford rent, You need to go out and vote. Don't wait for somebody else to do it. Go out there and have your voice heard. If you are working 3 jobs, if you're hardly paying the rent and utilities, if it is hard to get by right now, you have a choice to make. It is not going to get better under Kamala. It won't. You've had 4 years of Kamala and you've got nothing. They hid Biden away from us. You should be furious as an American citizen. You should be absolutely furious that they hid Biden away and didn't show us exactly what was going on with him, okay? Who the fuck was running our country? We will never know. But if we're going to say, or we're going to take an educated guess, it was definitely Kamala, right? It wasn't Biden. He's not there. If you listen, this is my last thoughts on this subject. If you listen to Kamala and her entire campaign, it's been about joy. And joy has gone to now every single question. Either I come from a middle class household, to it's Donald Trump's fault. Donald Trump this, he's Hitler, Nazi, white supremacist. Nothing else is said except that. That's it. It's everything. She started yesterday's speech at the White House or on the White House lawn or by the Capitol, wherever that shit was. She started it by saying we all need to come together. By the end of this speech, she was ripping apart Donald Trump and all of Donald Trump's supporters. That's all you need to know. Anyone who supports Donald Trump, anybody who supports America and putting America first, you guys are going to be last. Welcome to the breakdown. Next week, well, hopefully, once the elections are over with, I'll be back to talking, obviously. You know, I'd like to touch on a few things on crypto. Definitely would love to touch on a few things on crypto. But, you know, I guess, you know, politics will always, you know, I love talking about politics. I love talking about this kind of stuff. But for me, it's not a game. For me, it's like you can actually do good things. We should be able to work together. We should bring this country together, not divide it. We can make this country great. If we truly wanted to make this country great, we could. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was I know. I guess the elites came in and they fucked everything up. They started pushing this agenda. You see it. This woke agenda has killed. This woke virus has really done horrific damage to our country. It really has. We need to save our country. We need to save the United States of America. Look at Europe. Look at the UK. It's a complete mess right now. We don't want that. We absolutely do not want any of that shit. It's time that we get our shit together, and we need a person who can get our shit together, and that is Trump with J.D. Vance, along with the rest of the administration that he is putting together out of his own pocket. So thank you for tuning in. I appreciate everybody. I'll get the clips on earlier next time. Tomorrow back at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Runs till 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Might have a guest, might not. Who knows? Who knows? But we will be tackling all the latest trending news. Guys, do not get out of line. If they force you to get out of line, stay there, call your local officials, let them know. Do not leave the lines. Make sure that you vote. If you are waiting online and they try to turn you away, do not leave. Call the numbers that are available to get an official out there. There are people that are purposely manipulating people to leave the line so they do not vote. Make sure you stand your ground. This is important. This is very important. God bless America, man. God bless America. The land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her. That's right. I love this land. And by the way, I see a lot of memes doing well. I see a lot of memes do well. I told you about Hoppy. How's Hoppy doing? That's right. Hoppy's doing well. And what do you think is going to happen with Ogie? Excuse me, Augie. Augie is the next one. And on that note, my motherfucking ass is out.